Hi, Ernie.
I know.
So Tzvika was in Florida today?
Yeah, he's on his way home. He'll be
Yeah.
home. He'll be home.
What kind of event was it?
It was there's that Dayanim. There are Dayanim in training,
Oh, okay.
like 12 to 15 rabbis.
So he put him through the paces.
I think he gave 2 shiurim.
Oh, okay.
He called me this afternoon, told me he was on his way home.
Oh, good.
Let's go, everybody.
Hello, Mario.
Hi,
Okay, we're on Mem Gimel 43. Elab Shita b'motze. We're talking about if you find a kli and has a picture of a dragon on it. Ukidit not. Hamotze kelim valehem tzuras chama levana darkon. If you find a kli and there's a picture of the sun, the moon, or a dragon, you're supposed to throw it into the Yam HaMelech. So then it comes out in our analysis, Reisha v'Seifa b'motze, u'mitziyasa b'osei. The beginning part of the Mishnah and the end part is when you find an item, and the middle part, where there's a prohibition, is to make it. So Amar Abaye, yeah, in Reisha v'Seifa b'motze, u'mitziyasa b'osei. However, Rava doesn't like that. Rava wants the whole Mishnah to be consistent. Kula b'motze. All of the cases as if it was found. Umitziyasa, that if you find a kli and there's a human face on it, that it's prohibited. That's Rabbi Yehuda. The Tanya, Rabbi Yehuda Moisef, Avtmus Menika V'Sarapai. That if you see the picture of a woman nursing a child, or like an officer that's like helping the people, so that is going to be worshipped. Menik al Shem Chava Shemenika Kolam, like they're worshiping Eve, the ancestral mother, that all of the population of the earth are her children. Sarah Moshe Yosef. Shasar Umefis Kolam Kulo. He was like a financier for everybody. And when is it also when you see an officer who denakid garva v'kavayil, he has like a measuring stick to measure. And vihi denakta ben v'komenik, or a woman that is seen nursing a child. In those cases, based on Rabbi Yehuda, that they would also be prohibited because they'd be worshipped in Avodah Zara. Tana Rabbanan, ezeu tzuras darkon. What does it mean that it looks like a dragon? Pirish Rashim and Lozer Kol Sheyesh Lo Tzitzin Bein Pirkei, it has wings. Mach Ravasi Bein Pirkei Tzavar. Ravasi showed it, it's like near the neck. Arav Chaber Rav Chanina, Allah Rav Shimon ben Lozer, Arav Rav Chanan Rav Yeshua ben Levi, Pamachas Yisim Halachach Rav Lozer Kafar Beribi Bederach. I was traveling with Rabbi Lozer on the road to Matzah, Shanta Bas Falet Suras Darkon. He found a ring, and there was a dragon on it. Umatzah Goy Kotten V'Lor Milklum. And a goy, a minor goy, found it. He didn't say anything. Matzah Goy Kotten V'Lor Milklum Butla. To an adult goy who found it, he said, annul the Avodah Zara. V'Lo Butla. And the goy didn't listen, and Satro, he gave him a patch, and then the butler. Based on this story, Shmamina plus, we learned 3 halach. Shmamina should go Avodah Zara shelo v'shel chavero. A goy can mevatel his own and his friends Avodah Zara. Shmamina sheyodeh b'tiv shel Avodah Zara misham shemevatel. The non-Jew who knows the details of the Avodah Zara, he is the one that has to nullify. That's why the adult goy had to be mevatel, not the minor. Shmamino goy mevatel bal korcho. That you can force a goy, even against his will, to be mevatel the Avodah Zara. Megadif bar Rav Chanina. Rav Chanina didn't agree. But less than Rabbi Lazar cover Rabbi Hadisnan. Doesn't Rabbi Lazar hold of the following Mishnah? Hamatzla min arim and adov and namir. You save something from a lion or a bear or a leopard. Umin agayas from a marauding army. Min anar from a tsunami. Nar is an overflowing river. Mazuto Shriyam is a tsunami. Umishulyosh Shonar, overflowing river. V'amotze b'sratyov, you find it in Tiananmen Square. Uplatya Gedola. Anywhere where there's a great multitude. If you find a lost object, then these people, we assume that the Bailim have abandoned hope of retrieving it, so it's yours. So if this Avodah Zara was found on the road, the goy was misbatalit. Why does it need an extra bittul? Personal ownership, he may have given hope of getting it, but the fact that it's a prohibited Avodah Zara, he didn't necessarily nullify that. Because maybe if another goy finds it, he'll be able to worship it. Or Yisrael mishkachla, if Jews would find it, they would sell it. Jews were in business of selling these Avodah Zaras. Technically, you can't do it because you can't derive hano. Tanan also. Demus tsuros levanas hayel Rabbi Gamliel baliyoso betavla b'koisel. Rabbi Gamliel, who was the Nasi, he had to take testimony from witnesses who were coming to testify to him about the new moon. So he had pictures of the moon in various phases on his wall. He would ask them, did you see it like this? Did you see it like this? Now the Gemara wants to know Mishari. How is it permissible that Rabbi Gamliel had these images of the moon? Vaksiv lo tasuni ti Elohei chesed v'leizav lo sasu lachem, which we darshan lo sasun kidmo shim shem shamshim lofonai. Don't make images of heavenly bodies that serve me. You cannot make an image the same size as it really is. And therefore, these small pictures is not violating the prohibition. Kiritanya. Lo yasa odem bayis betavni sahechel. A person shouldn't build his private home and make it look like the heichel on the base of Mikdash. Or achzandra betavni sa'ulam. Or make a patio that looks like the ulam. Or chotzer betavni sazor. Or a courtyard that looks like the azor. Or v'shulchan betavni shulchan. Menorah betavni menorah. To make the shulchan or the menorah like it was in the base of Mikdash. You can make a candelabra of 5 candles or 6 or 8. And even for Shel Shiva, you can make it 7, but not out of metals, not from gold. And Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Omer, Av Shel Eitz, not even wood. When the Chashmonoim first rebuilt the menorah, they made it out of wood. There's no raya from there. Shpurim shel barzel hayu. They used pieces of metal. The choifen beis, they covered it with wood. And once once they became wealthier, they covered it in silver. Then later on, they made it from gold. So Abaya learns from here, it has to be made exactly like the way they are. You can't make an image of the way the moon actually is. So the way Abai is learning, you can make a picture of the moon. Is it true that you're allowed to make pictures of heavenly bodies even though they're not the same size? The prohibition was 4-dimensional faces, like on the Merkava, where you have an ox, a lion, an eagle, and a person. But otherwise, it's permitted. Elamayata parts of Fadim L'chude Tishtri. Well, based on what you're saying, you'd be able to make a picture of the face. Al Matanya Kol Partzufos Motorem Chutz Parts of Adam. All pictures are allowed except for a human face. Amar Vida Breder of Yeshua, Mipirke, the Rav Yeshua Shmi Alif, he learned from the lectures of Rav Yeshua Sasuniti, Lo Sasun Oti. Don't make a human face, which is a little bit like, because we are created b'tselem Elokim. But other heavenly bodies, it's permitted. So that's why Rav Gamliel was allowed to make those pictures of the moon. Shar Shamashim Mishari, is it permitted? Vatanya. Lo Sasuniti. Lo Sasun Kidmush Shimsham Shamshin Lefane B'moro. Don't make images of the heavenly bodies. Kigon, Oifani Musrafim. These were like wheels and the heavenly seraph, whatever that is, L'chaya, whatever that is, Umalachi Ashares, but not other parts of him. Like angels. But the sun and the moon are in the lower realm. Is it permitted? No. Right here. Is it permitted to make pictures of the lower realm? Vatanya says, the rabbis chamel vana kachavim mazalos. Asher b'shamayim is to include the sun, the moon, and the stars, the constellations. Mimal is the rabbis malach hashavis. So here we see that you're not allowed to make images of the moon and the sun. Pita yayi la'ovda. That means you cannot make it to serve them as an Avodah Zara. Here he was using it to teach or to ask questions to the Eidim. So ila avdam afilu shilshul kotnami. You can't make a picture of anything that you're going to service, even a little worm. Or it says chanami. But misefer the kronafka, that's learned from the rest of the pasuk. You tell you asher ba'aretz bala rabbis yamim unaharis harmim gvos. Oceans, rivers, mountains, and valleys. Mitachas rabbis shishul kotn, even things that are creepy crawling on the ground. So the Gemara seems to suggest that if you make a picture of a moon without the intent of serving it, you can do it. For the Gemara, Vasiya greatest Mishar, is that permitted? Vatanya. Lo sasuniti, lo sasun kidmushim shem sham shel fana b'mram. You go to Chamal Levana Kachav Mazal, you're not allowed to do it. So the Gemara has a final answer. Shana Gamliel, she'acherim goyim made it for him. He didn't do it. And it seems to be that as long as somebody else makes it, you could have it in your shoes. Freit the Gemara Rav Yehuda, Huda acher masulo. Varmalei Shmuel Rav Yehuda Shinana. That means other people goyim made it for Rav Yehuda, and then Shmuel said to Rav Yehuda Shinana, Sameina didan. That means scrape this off because it's not permitted. Hasam the chosmo bole. This was a picture of a face with the nose sticking out. There's like a suspicion that this is witchcraft. Tanya, tabash chosmo boilet aser lanicha. You can't use a ring with something that sticks out because it looks like an avodah zara. But mutter lachtam bo. But when you dip it into ink or wax, so it doesn't create something that's bolate, it's something that's sunken in, that's not like avodah zara. Vice versa, choisma shokeya, if you have a signet ring that goes in, mutter laniach, you can wear it because it's not sticking out, but then when you dip it into wax, asr lachtam bo, because you're going to create something that sticks up. Afraid the Gemara, "Michai shin l'chshada?" Do we really have this worry about shad? Va beknishta de Shaf Yosef, the famous shul that fell and was rebuilt. Benarda de Ukmi be'andarta. They had a statue of the king. Va'avi Aili Bey. Avudu Shmuel v'Levi Matzlu begavei. The father of Shmuel and Levi would go and daven in that shul. V'lochaysh l'chshada. And there was no issue with Avodah Zara. Rabim Shaini. The tzibur is not going to, it's not a problem. Vara Gamliel Yachidu. Rabbi Gamliel is a Yachid. Yes, so there is a chashat. Kivin the Nasi Yushchichi Rabim Gavei. He's the Nasi, so public is there. Viboy Seima Shel Prokim Havi. It was like a Lego set, it was assembled. And therefore there's no chashash. Viboy Seima Lislavik Shani. When you're teaching, that's permitted, the Tanya. So lo tilmad lasos, aval atalomed lahavin loros. To teach, you can't. Rav Shimon Gamliel Oimer. Ezohen mechubodin vezo mevuzim. We said in the previous Mishnah, if you find these pictures on kelim that are mechubodim, it's an avodah zara. Omer Rav mechubodim is lamalam and amayim. The picture is above where the food is. Mevuzim is lamatam and amayim. Ushmol Amar elu ve'elu mevuzim. And they both would be considered degenerate. Elu hein mechubodim she'al hashirin v'al nezomes v'al tabos. It's the pictures are not on the kli itself. They're on the handle, on the decoration. Tani kavosa de Shmuel mechubodim al hashirin v'al nezomes v'al tabos. Mevuzim ala yoris on the big plates. V'al kumkusim tea kettle. V'machamei chayim other urns for hot water. B'shal sadim v'al mitpachos or on the tablecloths. Things that are used, it's not done for avodah zara, it's just decoration. Rabbi Yossi Mishnah, Rabbi Yossi Oimer, shoichek v'zor l'ruach omat l'yam. You have to take this statue and throw it away in the water. Omrulo, that which you scrape away afu nasa zevel, that also becomes useful for people, and you can't use it because it's asura. Shenemar lo yidbak b'yad chamu'um and acheret. Tanya Amar Rabbi Yossi v'lo kvar nemar. So we'll ask this kasha tomorrow when we learn about the chata egel. Okay.
What time tomorrow?
Tomorrow 7:15.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Good.
Go.